Welcome to the High Refresher videos. Remember, these videos will only make sense if you've attended the training program. Hi, today we're going to be discussing how we actually plan our lesson. Yani ke, this is the lesson plan. By lesson plan, we mean this is what you're actually going to be doing for that 1 hour that you're actually taking your class, right? Now, many of us have a problem. We don't know how to make it compact, concise, precise, and make our student have lots and lots of fun in that 1 hour. Here's a fabulous formula that will actually help you and make your student have lots and lots of fun. Now, we know that our students get fairly bored. Hindustani vocals is a very tough subject, right? So we've taken an internationally acclaimed technique and we're going to apply it for our Hindustani vocals, all right? So this technique is going to be used, teaching is going to be done in a 5-minute incremental manner, right? So if you break down your 1 hour into 5 minutes, and we'll implement it from here on. So when you enter your classroom, what normally happens or the house is your first 5 minutes go in what we call as settle time. How are you? Where is the student? All well? Have some tea or coffee. And that's where your first 5 minutes go. All right. The next 5 to 10 minutes is where we would do what we call sing. Let me just break this down for you in a far more simpler manner. We'll break our 5 minutes into sing, sing, play, non-sing, play, sing, sing, play, and we'll leave these 5 minutes for a little later on, all right? So there you go. Your first 5 minutes, or actually your 5 to 10 minutes, is when you can actually use the opening song that's been given to you. You can do something familiar from the curriculum that's already there. The idea of this is for your student to feel good about the class they are doing. When we start our riyaz, normally we always start with something we know, right? Whether you're doing an akar, a sargam, you're doing a rag, you normally start with something you know. So starting with some familiar piece is always going to help your student feel good about their class and good about themselves. Or as you all know through the training, I've taken you through the opening track. The opening track sets a very nice mahol, makes everybody feel good about the music, and they can do their sargam, they can just hold the note sa if they want, or they can sing any rag they want on this track. So please use this track. It sets the student in a great mood. Once we've done that, the next 5 minute slot, you move on to another singing kind of exercise from the book, right? Remember, you only move section wise. So section 3, section 4, section 5, section 6. Finish everything in section 3, only then you move on to section 4. All right? So from section 3, you can take any of the exercise pieces over there and do a 5 minute using the 3-5-7 technique, using the PDCP technique, which if you're not familiar with, check out the other videos. We can use that and teach our child or our student how to sing over here. After you've finished 5 minutes, move on to the next 5 minutes, which is a playing exercise. So no matter what they are doing, which they could have sung or it could be something new, get them to play that on their keyboard so that they start getting familiar with how to play. Once that 5 minutes is done, move on to a non-singing or a playing exercise, which essentially are any of the listening exercises, the sight reading exercises, the creative exercises, composing your own alaps, any of those exercises. Stop the singing, have some fun with your student. It could be a clapping exercise, it could be a listening, figuring out which note is higher, which note is lower, and just break the monotony of what they've been doing into a non-singing or a non-playing exercise. 5 minutes done, use a stopwatch, keep your watch in front of you in the middle of the class, keep referring to it. If your student starts getting bored, it's probably because too much time has elapsed or they're finding it very tough, which is when you shift focus in 5 minutes, their attention is back and you have them right where you want them. All right. So move on to the next 5 minutes, which again will be a singing exercise. Change that after 5 minutes. Don't continue with the same exercise, move on to something new, right? To the next singing exercise, and then to a playing exercise, all right? Once you've hit, let's say 40 minutes, your student is probably a little tired, probably has been doing new stuff, right? And maybe wants to do something familiar or something that they actually want to sing or a song they know. So at this point of time, we have something called a closing song, which is in the curriculum, which will be in the tracks that you have been given. This is a song that goes faster, 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 faster. At the end goes really fast. And they have lots and lots of fun doing whatever they may have learned here, they can actually use in the closing song. You could do a cover song. I want to learn Give Me Some Sunshine, Sir. Ma'am, I want to learn a Kishore Kumar song. Do that. Take these 10 minutes and do a song that they actually enjoy doing, because that's something that they're familiar with. That's the reason why they want to learn singing. So take the time off in these 10 minutes to gratify your student by doing something that they actually are really familiar with and the reason why they've come to sing. All right? Or you could do something of like what we call music appreciation. On your way to class, you've heard a nice rag, which kind of relates to what you were teaching in the last class. Play that rag. Show them the similarities between what they learned and how this rag sounds. You can actually do a lot of music appreciation, whatever comes to mind, whatever you think interests the child, use it over here. And you got 10 minutes for that. In your final 10 minutes, we must do our music buddy, which essentially is assign homework to your student, open the app, show them how the homework runs, get them familiar with it. Once you've gotten them familiar with how to access their homework, how to use it, how to be scored, how to be ranked, how to be rated, how to submit the homework, they would love you for it and they'll keep consistently doing their homework, right? So use the last 10 minutes. You could probably compress this down to 5 minutes once your student is familiar with their homework. But if they are not, use these 10 minutes. It's great fun. Those teachers who do this and get their student familiar with the homework are the ones who have maximum number of homework coming through with their kids or their adults or their students loving this thing. Right. When we assign homework, as discussed in our sessions, it's important that you know two things. One is the homework is something that has been done in class. You don't give something you haven't done in class, because that kind of messes up the student's head and he goes through anxiety or I don't know how to do this. And we don't want them to stress. We want them to relax. We want them to have fun, right? So do something that's been done in class. Of course, there are exceptions. There are very, very, very bright students or very enthusiastic students. Don't hold them back. If they want to try something new, let them go for it. But as a rule, do what you've done in class. And the second thing is assign homework or give them homework which has a backing track. Because then they're doing their homework with a track that actually makes them sound like they're singing a song. Almost 80% of all the pieces in your curriculum have backing tracks to it. So do assign homework only to those which have backing tracks. Very important, because they can submit that homework to you. They can put on headphones and sing with it, right? So this kind of motivates them to have a lot more fun. Homework, we normally assign 3 pieces. One would be, let's say, singing in Sargam, singing in Akar, and playing. Why 3 pieces? It's quite simple, because 1 piece of homework might be, oh, I'll do it last minute. 3 pieces of homework, 2 is okay, but 3 pieces of homework puts a little pressure on your students saying, oh, I have to do something or else my teacher will shout at me, right? So assign 3 pieces of homework, ideally 1 of Sargam, 1 of Akar, 1 of playing. It's a well-rounded homework assignment. And if they do all 3, they submit it to you. Superb. That means you got a good student on your hands. All right. So here's your lesson plan. Believe you me, this will fly. It's going to be tough to put this down the first maybe 10 times, but once you've done it, you'll be amongst the best teachers in the world. So, lesson plan, very important.